My name is Jose Carlos Mariategui. I'm a new media curator and writer. I am part of Alta. Alta is it's called Alta Technologia Andina in Spanish. It's a non-profit organization based in Lima, Peru. We've been working since 1995 in projects around new media and aspects that cross around technology. Could be on the arts, in culture, but also in society. Since 2009, we've been part of the Network Partnership program at the Clous Fund, developing a project called Escuelab. And Escuelab is a platform, not just a space, but also a platform for projects around culture and technology, and how those projects impact society. We've been working not just with artists, but with other types of creators. And we haven't worked only in Lima, in Peru, but also throughout Latin America, in particular in countries that we think they are non-represented in Latin America, like the countries in Central America or the Andean region. We've been doing this project for 6 years now. Escuelab is mostly now a platform for projects around technology and the social impact of technology, we must say. The network partnership has been for us extremely inspiring, because it's not just a question of working by yourself, but also meeting with people from other realities that sometimes may have similar problems from different contexts, of course, and from different perspectives. I believe even more complex sometimes, but they found out ways into solving those problems. So it's quite inspiring when you find people that are also trying to do new things, to approach to culture through different ways, to different actions, and finding new solutions to problems. This is the most rewarding thing of being a network partner. And also, since this has been renewing constantly, the network partners continuously change, we really develop a strong relationship with many of them. In some cases, in many cases, we had them in Lima for several projects that in some way were what we mean, or what we try to develop as South-South collaborations. Recently we have Shahidul Alam with an exhibition and a couple of talks in Lima. It was a major success, not only in terms of the reach, but also in terms of media. And before that, we've been working on several projects with other organizations in Latin America. Our main interest is to develop a sustainable network of organizations around culture and technology in Latin America, specifically mostly in the Andean region, countries like Ecuador, Colombia, Bolivia, and of course Peru, and in the Central America region. There is a very special thing with the Clous Fund and the Clous Network Partnership. Usually when you work with an organization, when they support you with a grant, it's basically a financial grant, which means that they give you money for something, and you of course do what you have to do with that money. You prepare the reports and the relationship is over. When you work within the span of 3 or 6 years in supporting projects, you develop other types of relationships. And the most important thing is that it's not seen as a relationship based on what it's defined as international cooperation, in the terms that this is not the colonizer coming to give some money, some pin pocket money to the ex-colony or something like that. There is an equal relationship, a trust, and in many ways we find out solutions to problems that always come, because we are always in a world of risks, of things that you want to do in a way and then you have to decide to do them in another way, and that's how innovation happens. That's how you create new things. But for that you have to have the right partners in order to take with you those risks, and I think that that's a great thing about the Prince Clous Fund Network Partnership. It's what I call a strategic partnership, but it's because it's equal. It's much more closer to simply getting financial support. Everybody thinks in the long term, and we also think how to develop and sustain our relationships in the long run. The inspiration has been so big that we are now working a lot with other organizations in the world, not just in Latin America, in order to establish some type of cooperations. The interesting thing is that we not only think about bringing people in order to develop a specific project, a workshop, some kind of initiative in Peru, but we think that with technology we can also develop certain platforms that are expandable, which means that we can use that platform for solving a project problem in Peru, for example, or in any part of Latin America, and perhaps that platform could be also used in another reality. So I think that that's a very exciting way of continuing what we started with the Prince Clous Fund Network Partners. Coming to Nepal, of course, it's for me it's like moving to exactly the other part of the world. It's a 48-hour trip, and I had lots of expectations. Also, because we organized a network partnership meeting in Lima, a quite successful one, and I was expecting what I'm gonna see new in this meeting. One of the most interesting things of the days that we've been together has been the knowledge given by several intellectuals, writers, artists, activists around what's going on in South Asia. I never knew about the region, and it expanded me a lot, my knowledge about an area that is so active and so critical also. Remembers me a little bit of what happened in Latin America in the 70s around social science and the big discussions about Latin America as a continent. I think that those discussions here are very interesting because they are activated through other changes, the changes that are going out also in the world, and how those changes impact this region. So I was really amazed to hear about this, to learn about this, to really become immersed in this, and not just in the space of social science and culture, but also in the realm of the arts. Let's say we met several artists, musicians, people that were also quite inspiring. I think that there are also lots of commonalities, for example, with Latin America. The thing is that we haven't developed and we haven't nurtured those commonalities, and I think those are the spaces of interaction that we need to pursue in the future.